Greetings and welcome to NuPaths NPTH 150-2 Cloud Services Administration Fundamentals, which actually turns into IT security analyst. Anyway, so welcome to the class. I always do an overview for my students for wherever I teach. I teach full-time at Florida Gateway College here in Gainesville, Florida, actually Lake City, Florida. I live in Gainesville, originally from Miami, moved here 9 years ago. So I'm going to go over how to navigate your class. I'm pretty sure you're familiar because you've probably taken some of the other NuPath classes. This is my third one. I teach different sections of the courses. So we're going to get into navigating. I'm going to go over everything we need to do, what you should be registered for as far as the AZ900 from Microsoft and Test Out. I'm pretty sure you're probably familiar with Test Out as well. And then just basic information for Sunday when this opens. So I'm pre-recording this ahead of time for when it opens a Sunday. We actually start meeting together Tuesday. So that will be April 25th. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays will be our meeting days. All right, so let's get into it. And please remember to read. These are important things, to read your dashboard and to read your discussions, because information is placed there, especially in the dashboard, that I will want to share with you. And if you'll notice, I've already posted in the dashboard. Look at that. Welcome. So again, we have a lot of material that we're going to cover over these next 9 weeks. It's a very aggressive pace. We have due dates. You want to get things done by the due date. I know it's a lot of work to cram. I realize people work, have families and so on, and maybe taking care of family members. Or just suffer anxiety or have issues. Please understand, I'm very understanding about that. Please know that. So if there is anything that happens that's unforeseen, please just reach out to me. Just reach out to me and let me know. It's when you don't say something that becomes harder to try to eradicate. So again, we meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, 6 to 7:30. Sometimes we do run over. So if you have something after that, just be aware. Sometimes we do run over. It depends on the course. It depends on the course. Some of them I've gone till 8 o'clock. It doesn't mean you have to stay, but sometimes students have questions or we discuss things. I'm not just a talking head sitting here lecturing at you. I like for us to interact together. And there is no stupid question. I know it's been old adage, but there is no stupid question. Please ask questions or please share any information. I have students that sometimes work in the field already and maybe doing things to go back and get certs and stuff like that. Okay, industry certs. So please, any kind of experience you have or things you've just done on your own, always be willing to share. This is our safe space. And I do use a lot of humor. And if I accidentally offend anybody, which my plan is not to, please let me know. Please talk to me. There's no repercussions here. I'm not a deterrent. I'm here to help you get to where you want to go. That's the point, right? Okay, so that was the first post I put on our bulletin board. And then the second one is, I would like for you to introduce yourself. That helps me to get to know you and the rest of us in class. So just as I do for my students here where I teach, I create what's called a Padlet post. And all you have to do is click on this Padlet and you'll see there are about 5 questions that I'm asking you. You just go right down here to the little circle with the plus, click on it, and then you put your name. And then you can copy the questions or just answer the questions in a row. And then you just publish it. And that's the end. That helps me to get to know you and your course mates to get to know you, because we can all see it and we can comment to each other if you want. Okay. So that's one of the first things. Yes, I want to leave, that I like to do. That helps me with getting to know you. All right. So that the bulletin board, anybody can post on it. If you want to share information, which I hope you do, if you read any articles, you saw anything in the news, something happened at work, and say you're working in networking or have an IT job or computer repair, or just something even in a workplace. I had a student that worked at a grocery store, and oh God, I have to find the pictures. They were horrible. And send pictures of where their server was, the switch and the router, which was located in a custodial closet with chemicals. It was wild. It was just wild. So things like that. I like that kind of stuff. All right. So that's the dashboard. Now you'll see over to the right is the schedule. All right. So you see that Sunday is week 1. that starts on the 23rd, right? And then Tuesday starts our instructor-led sessions through Thursday. Now, Tuesdays by 4, you have assignments due, and then Saturdays by 9 p.m., you have assignments due. So you've got stuff going on twice a week, Tuesday, Saturday, just drill it into your head, but you also have a calendar for that too. So when you look at the calendar, which I sometimes print them out and I check mark as I go along when I'm teaching my classes, but you'll see it will tell you everything that we're going to be doing, in the class. So I'm going to go over these things here of how to do all that, but I'm just going over the basics of the course, and then we'll run through some things again if you have some questions, and you can always email me if you wish. Okay, so you look at the calendar, you'll see this is what we're doing for April, then May, right? And then June. And June is when we finish up, right? So calendar, if you ever get stuck and go, what are we doing again? If you forget to go to lessons or assignments. So the dashboard we start with, the syllabus I'm going to go over now. Now here you see this is the course number, the term, the dates, and the credits. You'll see here I am. There's Kevin in the back of the car. This is, I would prefer you not use my primary number. I prefer you use my Google Voice number, which is 352-358-1233. I don't usually answer it when I don't recognize the number. Usually students that I have, because I teach also for another college besides Florida Gateway too. They usually will leave me a voicemail or text message. Text message is easier. It lists here who our program folks are. We have Carly, we have Jenny, and I believe that Dr. Carter Fry is actually the program manager for this particular course, and then our teaching assistant. And it gives you a little bit of description. And the assignment weights, your assignments are 30%, the exams and quizzes are 30%, and the labs are 40%. Right. And then you'll notice, and I print these out for myself, I've already printed them. This is what is our syllabus, like contact information, again, repetitive, the course description, what our objectives are that we hope that you'll be able to do at the end of this course. The topics, some of the topics we'll definitely be covering. There's going to be more than this. That you're preparing yourself for this course, the AZ 900 exam, and then at the end of the course, the CompTIA Network Plus. Now, I am a CompTIA representative here on my campus at Florida Gateway. I'm also the test out liaison for my campus. Microsoft, we don't really do here as far as certs. We don't have it set up to do that. I guess we could if we wanted to. We actually do server and routing and we do Cisco, the CCNA, cyber ops, things like that. I think we can if we chose to do that. But again, I've already taught the AZ 900 and I have mock exams for us for when you're ready to take that, which will be in about 3 weeks. So here we're starting off with it first instead of at the end of the last class I just did, because I just finished that in February with them. So you are preparing to take this AZ 900, the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals, and then the CompTIA Network Plus will be at the end. So I will have mock exam questions for the AZ 900, and I'll go over some of the things that they will ask you in simulation for the network. The CompTIA. I have the CompTIA mock exams that I've made up. All right, the course delivery is we meet each week, 3 times a week. There will be Zoom recordings. We hold class live, so you must be present. Attendance is taken. If you have to be absent for any reason, you really need to let us know, or at least let the program manager know if you're not going to let me know. But I would like to know. Everything is done through this LMS, so all the work that you do, the links that are there to get to Azure and to test out and so on are there for you. Online, yada, yada. You should have some basic computer skills if you're going to be able to take this class and be successful. You should have a decent computer because you've got simulations to do. So you need to have enough bandwidth in your home or apartment or wherever you are to be able to do those simulations. So I'm not sure exactly where you all are in Pennsylvania. And I'm assuming everybody is in Pennsylvania. There might be some people that are taking this that aren't in Pennsylvania. So, laptops, I believe, have been provided, or if you have your own already, like they're saying, if you already have one, continue using it. Please be aware of the minimum requirements that they have. Course grading is such with your assignments, exams, and as I said, the labs. Again, you should be here. Like they say, students must attend at least 80% of the live sessions to be eligible to pass the course. So it's important that you're here on a regular basis. And I'll try not to make it too boring. Absences. If a student must miss it for illness or other unforeseen circumstances, you must email your instructor as soon as possible. That would be moi. If you forget and get the program manager, that's Dr. Melody Carter Fry, fine, but you should be letting us know. Let me know. All right. Testing requirements. The course students are to complete both of these exams. Failure to complete the exam within the provided time frame will result in a 0 for the exam, and your overall grade will drop 25 points. So this is our course schedule. And I love how Stephanie laid this out. It's beautiful. It makes it so easy to tell the differences, easy to know what we're going to do. So our objectives are here for each lesson. It tells us the week, what we're going to be covering in this week. And you'll see this is due by 4. So you know that you have what you have due on Tuesdays by 4 are in the orange. The live sessions, what we're doing in class together at 6, are in the blue. And then your Saturday assignments that are, they have it due by 11:59. Sorry about that. I thought it was 9. Then Saturdays by 11:59 p.m., that's what you have due. All right. So do Tuesday, do Saturday, what we do in classes in the middle. So these are the things that you have to do. These are the things we're going to be covering in class. Right. And it's that way for each week. And notice the practice exams, pay attention to these things, and they are due by a certain date. So you'll see this is what we're going to be handling. And this is demoing a hands-on activity in Azure Lab demo as needed. So we'll go through some of them because it takes a little while sometimes for the labs to load. But if there's any lab in particular having an issue with, and I'm hoping that they have resolved the issue pertaining, and I have a meeting tomorrow with everybody at NuPaths for this grouping at 5:30. I did let Carly know in the last session that it seemed to be the main complaint for students was with the Azure course is that the labs only gave you 30 minutes to complete them, and then they bumped you out, but you got 3 attempts, which is kind of annoying because you might be in the middle of doing something and then the timed out. So I was hoping that they might have changed the time frame. So we'll find out. So again, each week you'll see what we're doing. Here's week 3. And now you'll see that you would be taking week 3 on that Saturday. You should be scheduled and have it scheduled and ahead of schedule to take the fundamentals exam, that AZ 900 exam. So on May 13th, you should be ready in 3 weeks to take the exam, the certification exam in Pearson cert prep. Okay, so just know that 3 weeks you'll be taking this exam. After that, week 4, we now move into test out Network Pro so that you will be ready to take the CompTIA Network Plus exam at the end of this, which would be June 17th. So by June 17th, you will take and have this scheduled because you have to schedule these exams, but they give you enough information to tell you when to schedule by. You'll be taking this exam. So everything is there for you week by week, everything we're covering, what your assignments are, when they're due. Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturdays. That's what you remember. Now, with your lessons, you'll see this is everything we're going to be doing per week. And how you join our session is by clicking on join the Zoom instructor led session. So it's under lessons and you just go here and just click here and it will take you into our classroom, our online classroom. And if you do have problems, sometimes students they would text me to let me know or call me because I always have my phone with me. So I look at it to make sure in case any students are contacting me. Okay. Or you can always call. Let's go back. If you do have problems and aren't able to get a hold of me, we can always get a hold of Umeng, and that's his number. He is our teaching assistant. He sets up our online class for us, and he's with us the whole time. All right, so if you can't get me, definitely get him. All right, so the lessons are laid out so you know what we're doing here each week and when to schedule your exams. See, right here. And it tells you when it becomes available. So I'm going to go to about the course and getting started. So you see what the course is about. You see that we are doing the Azure AZ 900 information here. And then it gives you the scheduling of the next 4 to 8 weeks. We do the CompTIA Network Plus. We're preparing for the Network Plus using TestOut's Network Pro, about navigating the course. So it gives you a breakdown of week at a glance when the assignments are due, and I keep drilling that in, and how you might want to organize and name your assignments to make it easier for you. So it's up to you how you want to do your course information. Now, files. I have a folder. I have an area here called files. Now, I organize this the way I like to do it. It's a little different, like I said, in Populi, but you'll see when you click here, you'll see I have information about the Network Plus. There's some flashcards, the need to know guide, a review lesson, PowerPoint. So there's information to help you here. The course book and materials, you'll see it's the Network Plus student guide, and then the Microsoft PDF pertaining to the Azure. And every week, my presentations, I've started off with week 1, my presentations will be here. So if you ever want to go back and refer to them, you are more than welcome to. They will be here the entire term. They're not going to go anywhere. So when you click on this, you'll see I've got week 1's presentations already here. And this is where I go, and I just click on it and it takes me to my Prezi presentations, and it's telling you what we're covering. Okay, so like I said, these are going to be my presentations up until we're done. This is also information on the AZ exam reference material, a PDF on the AZ 900 fundamentals. So I suggest you look at all of this. And supplemental networking materials. I have an IPv4 cheat sheet, flashcards, and the OSI model, and we'll be going over that in networking. The practice exams, this is retired, but they have the AZ 900 for you in practice and a Network Plus one from CompTIA. Prosware is a diagramming that we're going to be doing as an assignment of diagramming a network. Now, this is an example. I do a lot of network diagramming in my intro to networking in my classes here at Florida Gateway. And test out. These are fact sheets pertaining to, I'll just open one so you can see it. So it gives you an idea pertaining to the labs you're doing, information. So these are some fact sheets. And then what I did was I put the weekly agendas here. If you don't want to have to go back, you can just go to the files and find it right away. So these are the weekly agendas that I just went over in the syllabus area that are in the orange, the blue, and the green. There they are. Okay, so if I add anything else, I'll tell you to go to files and you can go there. Your assignments, all you have to do is click assignments. Again, it's a reminder of the percentage and the weight. And they drop the 2 lowest for your exams and quizzes and labs. But these are all the assignments we're going to do. It looks like a lot and very cumbersome, but you're not doing every single thing in networking. What it is these are links, because the chapter modules and test out, they are in parts. And it looks like a lot, but you're clicking certain things to do. That's why it looks like it's more. So here, I'm going to click on this. So all you have to do is click on these things, right? And you'll see, okay, have I completed it? Did I do it yet? Because I know you have access to your test out. All right, so you can click and see any information, points. Did you get your points? And you'll see the due date. Notice the due dates when they're due. So your assignments, if you don't want to click on it, you can go here and say, okay, I've got this fundamental exam to do by April 25th, 4 p.m. It's available starting April 23rd, and it counts 2.74% of my grade. So you can look at it that way and how many points it's worth. But this is everything we're going to be doing in the course. Okay, under assignments. And then discussions, like I said, this is the welcome to the class. I'm just kind of repeating what I just said. And I do love Grogu, so I've got him too with welcome. So if you want to post anything in discussions with each other to me, that's fine. You all can talk to each other there. It should be a safe place. Just think about what it is you post, and we don't want to have any swearing or any being respectful to each other, right? The tests are exactly the tests and the dates that you will be doing them. So the Network Plus Practice Exam 1, 2, and 3, and these are the dates for them. Again, there's your calendar as a reminder of everything we're doing, right? And that's pretty much it. These are the areas that pertain to you. Dashboard to calendar. This pertains to me. All right, so let's go then now to test out. So you will create your account if you don't already have one, and you will log in. And when you log in, and I'm going to go to, and so I've already logged in and I'm already at the networking. So when you log in, you'll go to the chapter that pertains to what we're going to be working on. So we're really starting on chapter 2, and we will do what the requirements are in our assignments, correct? So whatever the assignment has, if it starts off with, you need to do the practice questions of the OSI model, okay, and data encapsulation, you would just click and you would start your practice exam. And then it will be propagated by Dr. Carter Fry. I think, well, Carly did hers on Monday mornings. I do mine Monday mornings here at Florida Gateway. I'm not sure. I'm going to assume that probably Dr. Carter Fry will propagate those on Mondays sometime during the day so you can see your scoring. Now, I don't have access to the course in test out. I can only see it via our populate. I didn't set it up like mine. If I go to my, when I go to mine, let me go to my school just to show you how I see mine. These are the courses I'm teaching at my school. So I see it like this. You see, I see my students, and then I can see, let's go back. And then I can see this is what I'm working with, and I can get their scores and all kinds of stuff. I can't get your scores because I am not set up in test out with NuPaths. I only have access to your grades, the grade book, when you actually do these assignments. I don't grade these. I don't have access to see what you've done. That should be automatically, when you do them, it should show up that you've got a check mark, that you've checked that it's been done. I can go in and look at students to see and remind you to do it, but I don't have access to see your score. So just letting you know that. Now, the other thing you'll be doing is, the first one you'll be doing is, when you get your Azure account sent to you, you'll get an email. Okay. And you'll notice when you create your profile, your account, you'll see when you log in a list. I know it's confusing, isn't it? But you want to go to where it says the AZ 900 primary course. It's thinking and it's thinking. And while it's thinking, I put that over there. I'm going to go to, I believe it's here. No, it's not there. I think it's over here. Let me just pause this a second and I'll tell you where it is. So where it is, you go to lessons where I was earlier. And underneath the very first item, you'll see getting started. Let me move this over a little bit. Getting started with the cert prep and completing the Microsoft Azure's fundamental pretest, right? So here you'll see, once you get set up, you should receive an email, okay, that says, do not reply, appears in advance, that you've been invited to register for the AZ 900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. So you should be getting that from your cohort, and that's not going to come from me. It comes from our program manager. So you'll get an email. And once you do, then you follow these steps. And this is under lessons. Follow the steps to sign in. So I clicked on this and I've already logged in, as you can see, because there I am. And then when you do, you'll see, remember I showed you the list. You want this one, the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals AZ900 primary course. And you'll see everything we're going to be doing here. Okay, there's 6 lessons and then a practice exam, and then you're going to get certified. So in here, when you click on the arrows, you'll see a drop down. And these are the things we're going to cover. Right, this is what you're going to do. When I say the labs take a few minutes to load, depending on also on your internet and bandwidth, it might take a little bit of time. These were the labs I was talking about where they only give you a certain amount of time. I'm hoping they've extended the time. So these are the 2 tools we'll be using: Microsoft's Azure Fundamentals from Pearson, and then Test Out. And I have a lot of products because I teach a lot of Test Out. I love Test Out. I use them for a lot of stuff. I just think they're fantastic. So we will be using Test Out, and we'll be using the Azure from Microsoft. Okay. So I'm going to close this down now because I think we pretty much covered everything. And if there is anything I've missed, and see, we went over about the course and getting started, but this is where you go to get the information about your registration. Okay. But I think we've covered everything. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, you can contact me. You can contact the program manager, usually me because I'm your faculty member. And if you want to post something on the bulletin board, please be my guest, or in discussion, be my guest. All right. So I look forward to seeing you all on Tuesday, bright and shiny. And of course, it's at the end of the day. I'm sorry. But we'll meet at 6 o'clock. Hopefully you've had a little something to eat, because that one will be a full class, meaning it will go the whole time. Most of the time we do. And as I said, sometimes we do run over. But anyway, I'm going to get this ready, and then I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.